for safety after a fire tore through an apartment building on the northwest side this morning. Katrina Weber spoke to people about how their loved ones were able to escape the flames.
Some people in San Antonio with past due bills could have their water shut off soon. This after SAWS decided to end an effort to help people struggling financially during the pandemic. What you need to know, still ahead.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
City Council members poised to pass a $3.1 billion budget, which they're discussing right this minute.
The budget, which is partially propped up by federal dollars from the American Rescue Plan Act, largely restores pandemic budget cuts. It also includes changes to how the city responds to some calls for service, including a pilot program for mental health calls. Councilman Clayton Perry tried unsuccessfully to cut VIA's proposed budget by $5.7 million to pay for a property tax cut.
And Councilman for District 2, Jalen McKeith Rodriguez, tried the same tactic with the police budget, also unsuccessfully. McKeith Rodriguez made it clear that his goal was more about keeping the police budget from growing as much as had been proposed.
A heart-pounding wake-up call has given way to heartbreak for families at a Northwest Side apartment complex. They lost their homes to an overnight fire. It destroyed or damaged more than a half a dozen units at the complex in the 6100 block of Vance Jackson. And as Katrina Weber reports, some people say they had to make a daring escape.
Thick smoke clouds an area that, until firefighters arrived, also had been heavy with flames. People at the Oak Creek apartment say a fireball erupted outside one unit just before 12:30 this morning, then quickly spread. Vanessa Posadas rushed to the 6100 block of Vance Jackson after getting a call from family members whose door was blocked by the fire.
They all had to jump out through their balconies, and the fire was so intense, it just blew out the whole front.
She says her 73-year-old father climbed over his patio wall to escape.
Very traumatizing, very traumatizing.
Others got out with only the clothes they were wearing.
My father's car is parked right here. The fire was so hot, the whole front of his vehicle is burnt in.
Firefighters say no one was injured. They also managed to rescue some pets. All 8 units, which includes the leasing office, either were destroyed or left with damage. Some of the people who were displaced have been helped at least temporarily by the American Red Cross, but it's unclear where they will go from here.
There's no way my dad and my sister and my niece can live here any longer.
Posada says she hopes her relatives will find another place to stay. Fire investigators, meanwhile, set out to find the cause of the fire. Neighbors say they heard a loud argument moments before it started. But investigators have yet to determine if there's a connection. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
A driver hit a woman on the southeast side, then sped off. 10 days later, police are still looking for that person. However, they're hoping that you have some clues to help crack the case. Back on September 5th, a woman was driving in the 3300 block of Foster Meadows. That's near Highway 87 and Loop 410. Investigators say the driver hit a parked car, which pushed it forward and then pinned a 30-year-old woman in between two vehicles. She was taken to the hospital. She had severe injuries to her legs. Police say the driver did not stop to help the victim. The suspect believed to be a woman in her 20s. And if you know something that can help police at this case, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
Tonight, the Reagan High School community is honoring an assistant coach who recently lost his battle with COVID-19. They'll honor him with a vigil this evening. Kevin Hernandez tested positive for coronavirus over the summer and passed away on Friday. He was only 29. The vigil starts tonight at 7 in the Reagan High School courtyard.
In Bexar County, the 7-day COVID-19 average is up to 739 cases. However, less people are being hospitalized with COVID-19. We're going to be getting some new numbers, though, tonight when the city provides a live update. Meanwhile, an FDA advisory panel set to meet tomorrow to discuss Pfizer's booster shot findings and possibly recommend it for vaccinated Americans. As ABC's Elizabeth Schultz reports, though, Pfizer and Moderna are making the case for the shots, and there's still considerable debate in the scientific community about who should get the shots and when.
A day before an FDA panel is set to review Pfizer's booster shot data and possibly vote on whether to recommend a third shot, scientists are still debating if everyone needs an extra dose. In new data, Pfizer makes the case a third booster shot is needed for those 16 and older, about 6 months after receiving their second dose.
What we've seen is increases in cases and breakthrough cases as time goes on, just because of a waning immunity.
Pfizer suggests the reduction in vaccine protection is likely not due to the Delta variant, but instead, vaccine effectiveness decreases with increasing time since being fully vaccinated. But the FDA says it's more skeptical. In its report accompanying Pfizer's data, it writes vaccines at their currently approved doses still afford protection against severe COVID-19 disease and death in the United States. Moderna, which has also submitted its booster shot data to the FDA, says a third shot is needed after 6 months, but at a half dose.
You'd rather be a little too early than a little too late, because ultimately lives are at stake.
The battle over boosters comes as hospitalizations in 9 states hit record highs. In California, this mother had to postpone her son's cancer treatment after doctors feared he could get COVID while waiting in a crowded emergency room.
It's terrifying that you could be in a waiting room waiting for a blood transfusion and contract a deadly disease.
1 out of every 500 Americans has now died of COVID. At the nation's capital, more than 630,000 white flags blanket the National Mall, honoring each life lost. The CDC says it will meet in the middle of next week to vote on Pfizer's booster shots. Boosters are only currently available for immunocompromised Americans. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Back here at home, more people with past due water bills could see their water shut off in San Antonio starting in October. That's because San Antonio Water System's moratorium on shutting off customers' water due to lack of payment is coming to an end. The water utility initially paused service shutoffs due to non-payment at the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic back in March of 2020. As of August 30th, more than 60,000 SAWS accounts were past due more than 60 days. That's about 12% of SAWS customers. SAWS officials said customers can prevent their water service from being shut off in October by setting up a payment plan.
And meanwhile, you could soon see a much higher utility bill, too, thanks to the February winter storm. CPS Energy President and CEO Paula Gold-Williams warning of a potential rate increase of at least 10%. It would be the first hike in 8 years.
A few chances for rain over the weekend, plus some near record high temperatures tomorrow. We've got to look at your forecast coming up.
And Zeke has become more than just a runner. Larry Mears with what else he's getting good at. Coming up in sports.
¡Viva México!
Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador kicking off Independence Day celebrations in the country.
He rang a bell and waved a large Mexican flag officially marking the start of celebrations. Mexican Independence Day marks the start of the country's fight to win its freedom from Spain.
It has been celebrated for more than a century. More than a half dozen Latin American countries are celebrating their independence from Spain this week.
Outside with live cam, looks like, I was going to say it looks like yesterday, except for that 85 sitting right there. What happened? Yesterday it was like in the 70s at this time.
Remember, it was like cloudy and overcast, kind of looked like fall outside. Yeah, not today. Summer is back, and in a big way. We're going to see some warm temperatures today and maybe some near record heat coming up tomorrow. The aquifer is dropping now half a foot, 659.3. We're headed in the wrong direction there. We'll also take a look at the drought monitor coming up in just a bit. In your pollen count, the fall elm and ragweed, that's the season for it, still staying moderate. Molds and pigweed are low. We'll look at the temperatures for tomorrow and talk about some rain chances, not only this weekend, but next week too, coming up.
Absolutely lovely morning this morning.
Yeah, and if you watched a few minutes ago, though, we were showing a video of some snow.
Remember
so
that?
I think we're supposed to think cool right now.
Yeah.
I think that's what Justin wants us to think.
Might be time.
Cool.
Put yourself in that situation. Not February situation.
Not the snow.
I'm going to go that far.
Okay.
But just put yourself in a cooler situation.
Okay.
Let's think forward here. Fall is less than a week away, okay, officially.
Wow.
So really now about 6 days away. Halloween, 44 days away. Thanksgiving, 69. David, you're only 69 days away from that turkey, my friend.
Can't wait.
99 days until Christmas. So we're getting there. We're going to start to move into some cooler months ahead, but not anytime soon. Because I feel like it's a big letdown because we're going to have 90s next couple of days. It's still very, very hot. Outside right now, we've got partly cloudy skies, 86 at the airport, 89 Stinson, 88 Kelly, 85 at Randolph, and we got a good northerly breeze anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Cloud cover has built in. It's not going to be where it clouds up quite a bit this afternoon. I think we're still going to see plenty of sun. In fact, we're calling for mostly sunny skies. And because yesterday we had the cloud cover, remember that kept temperatures down. Today, with more sun, these numbers are jumping up very quickly. 88 New Braunfels, 84 Seguin, 85 Hondo. Still some 70s Bernie Stage, but you're almost close to 90 there in Pleasanton. 88 Carrizo Springs and clear skies out in Del Rio. 89 there at this hour. Dew point forecast today. It was nice this morning, as Ursula mentioned. It felt really good out there. That was because dew points were a little bit lower. We're in the mid-60s right now. We'll drop off a little bit this afternoon. It's not overly humid. I wouldn't say it's dry either. Somewhere in the middle there, a little bit muggy, close to pleasant with the dew points the way they are. Temperatures over the next couple days will be hot. 94 the forecast high today. 96 in Uvalde. We'll be up around 100 in Del Rio. Going to tomorrow, gets even worse. 96 the forecast high. 101 in Del Rio. 101 in Cotulla. 95 in Gonzales. And the record for tomorrow, the record high, it's 97 here in town, so we could get close to record heat tomorrow. Nicholas is still churning, or what's left of Nicholas is still churning here across the southeast. Rain, some heavy rain in some cases there in the Florida Panhandle and up towards parts of Georgia. Still some cloud cover around the Houston area, so that's keeping temperatures down a little bit there, but staying to the east of us now. And as we look at water vapor, you'll notice there's a little bit of swirl in the atmosphere right there, area of low pressure. That's going to move south. This is not a strong disturbance, and generally we're going to be on the wrong side of things, but I think there's enough there to where maybe we could get a shower going tomorrow, a pop-up shower or storm, 10% chance on your Friday. Really not a big deal. On Saturday, maybe a little better chance, especially if you're closer to the coast, but this does bring some showers through this particular model, so we've got a 20% chance of rain in the forecast on Saturday and then again on Sunday. If you're curious about the weekend, don't cancel your plans. The rain chances are low end, and it's still going to be warm. 95 Saturday, 94 Sunday, with, I think, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies both days. After that, we get a little bit of a break Monday, 95, and then the question becomes next week, can we get a front through here? The models keep wanting to kind of stall it out maybe a little bit north of here. The latest model run does want to bring it through, about a 40% chance of rain, I think, as it does come through. And if it does, we'll cool off temperatures a little bit, maybe around 90. That sounds a little bit better as fall officially begins on Wednesday, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, the Cowboys got some good news. At least they got one of their all-star linemen back.
Yeah, Zach Martin, starting right guard, said the timing of getting COVID-19 was no good because he wanted to be there for the Cowboys' regular season opener. He wasn't. He is back, and he's talking about his COVID-19 symptoms. Plus, Texans, well, they went tight end happy in their season opening win. Coming up.
You don't really want to eat, but you know you have to keep your weight on, and at least for me, I gotta eat to keep my weight up. So a lot of meals where you're just kind of forcing it down.
Cowboys offensive lineman Zach Martin said eating food while fighting COVID-19 was no fun at all in big board sports.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys starting right guard Zach Martin is back with the team after being away to battle COVID-19. He said he knew something wasn't right when he was eating dinner with his wife and he couldn't taste the food. Zach got a phone call the next morning, Saturday, September 4th, informing him he tested positive for the virus. Yesterday at practice, he told the media about his COVID-19 symptoms.
I had a lot of head congestion and lost my taste and smell, sore throat. I was lucky I didn't get bad fevers or anything like that. So was trying to stay active as much as I could last week. Try to get some kind of cardio in so you come back and you're in halfway decent shape. So it was a long week, but I'm happy to be back. Yeah, a lot of running and bike stuff, and just after the first few days, you get a little energy back and you can start doing a little bit more and more.
Many fans are asking why star running back Ezekiel Elliott only got 11 touches for 33 yards in the boys' season-opening loss to the Buccaneers. Offensive coordinator Kellen Moore told us 28 plays were called for Zeke, but quarterback Dak Prescott checked out of 12 of those because of the defense that Tampa Bay presented. Last season, the defending Super Bowl champs had the #1 defense against the run. But Elliott also reminded us he has other duties than just carrying the ball.
Every play I'm given a job, so it's my job to do my job to the best of its ability. I take a lot of pride in just being well-rounded, being able to, do all things, and I think blitz pickup is big for a running back. You got to keep that quarterback safe. You got to keep them untouched, and so I think that's one of the most important parts.
The boys will play at the LA Chargers Sunday at 3:25 p.m. Excuse me. Speaking of offenses, the Houston Texans on more than one occasion during their domination of Jacksonville in their season opener used a 3 tight end set. They used it more in one game under first-year head coach David Coley than they did all of last season. Tight end Pharaoh Brown was asked how he felt when the team went heavy at his position and how did they think they performed.
It was awesome. I don't know. I don't remember the count of how many plays, but anytime you can get 3 tight ends out on the field, it's awesome for our group. We have a great group of tight ends. We kind of been saying that all year, and it goes to show. So I'm just happy we're able to use everybody. It's awesome.
Texans will play at the Browns Sunday at noon, where the Texans are 12.5-point underdogs, and they may need that 3 tight end set against that pass rush.
Just another thing great about sports.
What's that?
The quotes.
The quotes.
It's my job to do my job.
Exactly.
Perfect. There you go.
Words we could all live by. A group of singers coming together to deliver a powerful message and support the arts in our community. A preview of the choir's special performance and how you can watch it coming up in our next half hour.
And a historic launch into space. The first all-private citizen manned spacecraft now orbiting the Earth to look at the most ambitious leap yet in space tourism after the break.
When it comes to buying chicken, you're usually going to find words like organic, antibiotic-free, or natural on the label. One thing not labeled, the bacteria. And by USDA standards, contaminated chicken is allowed on grocery store shelves. Yes, that is true. Coming up today at 5, what you need to know to avoid serving your family a meal with a side of salmonella. French President Emmanuel Macron now confirming the death of an ISIS leader who was killed in a targeted attack by France in mid-August. The president making the announcement in a tweet. During a press conference, the French Minister of Armed Forces explained that Adnan Abu Walid al-Sharaku died after a motorbike was hit during a French-led air and ground operation in Mali. The French Minister of Armed Forces says that the delay in announcing the death was due to the French efforts to confirm his identity.
Security fences back up around the nation's capital. The U.S. Capitol Board approved the department's request to put up the temporary fencing around the building ahead of a right-wing rally planned for Saturday. Authorities are worried the event could result in a similar violent scene on January 6th. The Capitol Police Chief says the fences should come down shortly after the weekend. Officials put up the temporary fencing around the Capitol after protesters broke into the building in January. That fencing remained in place through much of the summer.
More Americans filing for unemployment benefits. The number of people submitting applications for jobless aid rose to 332,000 last week. That's after the figure had hit a pandemic low. It could be a sign that worsening COVID-19 infections may have slightly increased. To track jobless claims, generally track the pace of layoffs that have fallen steadily for 2 months now. This as many employers are struggling to fill their job openings and have tried to hold on to their employees.
Right now, 4 people are on the adventure of a lifetime. This after SpaceX's first private flight launch into orbit. The Inspiration4 blasted off last night from Florida, and as ABC's Renda Roy reports, it's now circling the Earth for 3 days.
4 American citizens waking up to this jaw-dropping view this morning after shooting 363 miles into space. The brave crew now settling into orbit until Saturday with no professional astronauts on board, the first civilians to travel this far from Earth.
I'm just a regular person going to space.
SpaceX's Inspiration4 making history as it blasts off Wednesday night, crowds cheering from Titusville, Florida to the Kennedy Space Center.
There they are, our first all-civilian crew.
14 minutes into the flight, hitting zero gravity. This stuffed golden retriever seen floating in the Dragon capsule.
Floating around. Now this is significant and historic because it's going to be the highest that any humans have gone into orbit since the Hubble servicing mission.
38-year-old billionaire Jared Isaacman bought all 4 seats on board for $200 million, giving 3 of them away as a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. One of the lucky winners, 29-year-old Haley Arsenault, a physician's assistant at St. Jude, once a patient there. She's now the first pediatric cancer survivor and the youngest American to go to space.
I think we have a lot of future astronauts at St. Jude now.
This flight does come with some risks. A computer does the flying, and if there are any issues, there is no way to get to the International Space Station, but they can return to Earth with the push of a button. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Outside with live cam, a little warm. Weekend going to be warm, and then hopefully, we were talking about fall coming at some point.
Someday. Somewhere down the line.
Doesn't feel like it.
We keep looking at our calendar like, when's this cold front going to come? We need a cold front. There is one in the forecast. The question is, how strong will it be? It will actually push all the way through. Still some questions here. In the meantime, we did have a nice morning, so there is that. 67 this morning here in San Antonio, 61 Kerrville, 60 in Fredericksburg, so almost in 50s on the map, but really pretty nice. There's enough dry air this morning to allow those temperatures to drop off. Should be pretty good for Friday night or Thursday night football, I should say. Clear skies, mostly clear skies tonight. Temperatures will be about 90 degrees at kickoff, 85 halftime, so that's still on the warm side. Sunset 7:37 and a northeasterly breeze 5 to 10 miles per hour. But temperatures should come down pretty quick once the sun sets. 81 Canyon Lake, 88 New Braunfels, 84 Seguin, 85 in Hondo. It's already up to 90 in Castroville and Devine. Our forecast looks like this today. 94 5 o'clock, 90 by 7 o'clock, 82 10 p.m. Mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, there's an outside chance for a shower or two. Same goes for the weekend. We'll detail those rain chances and also look at the drought monitor coming up in just a couple of minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. So music, it's meant to inspire, to bring people together, and this week it's going to do just that. The San Antonio Chamber Choir taking part in a virtual event supporting the arts of San Antonio. KSAT 12 producer Priscilla Caravan has a preview of their performance and the special meaning behind it.
It's a powerful message of reassurance, and some would say it's perfect timing.
Especially right now in the world that we're living in. Even though you might not be able to see people all the time, we're still here to support one another.
When you need someone to carry you.
Anna Osterman has been with the San Antonio Chamber Choir since 2014. As a former high school choir director, she says while searching for her own creative outlet, she fell in love with the organization.
When you're broken on the ground,
like Osterman, Samuel Patamber has been singing with the chamber choir for years. With a background in music education, Patamber says the organization can give young artists a way to turn their passions into professions.
I think that having young people involved in the arts, whatever those arts might be, especially the performing arts, is a magnificent way for them to learn about themselves. They get to create and they get to contribute to the beauty in the world.
But it all starts with inspiration. This weekend, the Chamber Choir is partnering with 4 other local organizations to get the community involved in the arts.
I hope it can be inspiring that we can come together in the face of adversity, that we can make music together. and really just have that sense of community, no matter what our background is.
Priscilla Karaman, KSAT 12 News.
And you might have recognized the song you just heard, You Will Be Found. It's from the Broadway musical Dear Evan Hansen. To find out more about where to watch these performances or how you can support the Chamber Choir, head over to KSAT.com. An actress stepping into some shoes, voice and eyes of a televangelist. What drew her to this project? Still ahead.
And San Antonio FC was on the road last night. We'll just say they had a pleasant trip home. Larry Ramirez with some highlights coming up in sports.
These gloves could help you go to the distance, just like the Italian Stallion, how you could be the proud owner of these famous mitts.
All right, you might need the Eye of the Tiger to get your hands on some priceless Rocky memorabilia.
Gloves that were used in one of the movies now going on sale. The Sylvester Stallone personal life and career items are hitting the auction block. It includes boxing gloves and story development notebooks from the Rocky franchise.
Those notebooks are estimated to go for $40,000 to $60,000 each, and the gloves between $10,000 and $20,000. Many of the sale items are from Stallone's personal collection of costumes, movie props, and more. The auction will take place December 5th online and in Beverly Hills, California.
The life of late televangelist Tammy Faye Baker, now the subject of a new biopic.
The movie starring Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield comes out tomorrow.
And CNN's Rick Damigella explains it's a project that was several years in the making.
Tammy Faye, what'd you do?
Hello, Mother. This is Jim Baker, my husband.
Jessica Chastain disappears into the role of Tammy Faye Baker in the film The Eyes of Tammy Faye, based on a true story.
I love people. I have a genuine love for people, and I hurt when people hurt. I knew almost a decade ago that I was going to play her because that's when I saw the documentary and I bought the rights. So I had a very, very long prep. I became obsessed with her. I watched every single video she had ever done. Well, God's been talking to me too, Jim, and he said that I got to speak up. So at a certain point, it just felt like I knew her so intimately, even though I had never met her. I can understand why you say, it felt that I stopped at a certain point when I was playing her, that I was trying to create a space for her to come into.
Oh, the phones are ringing. Oh, praise Jesus and praise you.
I had never really explored that world, televangelism, or all the scandal that went on between Jim and Tammy. And so for me, I came really fresh. And I was super excited to dive in and get under the surface of the headlines, really. So I was grateful for that I didn't have any preconceived notion of who these people were.
Oh yeah, this is who I am.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Looking outside with live cam, really pretty day out there. 86 degrees, not too hot not too hot outside.
Well, let's try to overlook the temperatures, right? I mean, at this point.
You can put a little sticker over your TV.
Yeah.
Just look at the pretty picture.
Whew. Yeah, the blue skies are pretty. 86 degrees so far today. The average is 90. Will be above average again this afternoon. The record is 99, set back in 1954. We won't get there today, but I think we're going to challenge the record tomorrow. It's 97. It is in jeopardy. We'll talk about that heat coming up.
There is an organization here in San Antonio helping preserve and promote Hispanic culture.
Over the past 30 years, the Guadalupe Dance Company has been entertaining and educating audiences through folklorico dancing.
Alicia Brera takes a look at how this group got its start and how it hopes to keep going.
The first performance for the Guadalupe Dance Company was back on September 15th, 1991, 30 years ago. And now they celebrated that big anniversary of 30 years with the same event yesterday at Market Square. It's through the history lessons embedded in the music, choreography, and traditional attire that Mexican folklorico dancers hope to preserve and promote their culture. Belinda Manchaca, now the education director for the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, vividly recalls the dance company's first folklorico performance back in 1991. She also remembers Jeanette Chavez, a dancer with the company who 30 years later now serves as a dance coordinator for the group. Their presence on stages all across San Antonio prove that their mission to preserve the Mexican culture and tradition lives on.
This is who we are. That's our history, and we owe it to our ancestors. We owe it to our community.
I think that's why the Guadalupe Dance Company has survived the 30 years, because we're based in tradition, we're informed by our history, but we are able to tell our stories of our community.
These women and the rest of the members of the Guadalupe Dance Company hope to lead the next generation of folklorico dancers. The big celebration for their 30th anniversary is on Friday, October 1st at Plaza Avenida Guadalupe. It starts at 8 p.m. They'll be accompanied by Mariachi Azteca, and there are virtual options available. More information on the tickets is listed on KSAT.com. Reporting from the city's west side, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
And also on KSAT.com, a list of several events taking place in our community for those wishing to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month.
Events include music, markets, a documentary screening, and a genealogy workshop. You can find the list in the Hispanic Heritage section of KSAT.com.
If you're heading outside today, be aware it is not fall yet. We have established that.
It is still technically summer, and it certainly feels like it. There's no two ways around it. It is hot. We need some rain, too. You know, we did pretty good most of the summer, and then we've kind of hit a dry patch here. A little bit of rain would be a really good thing. You look at the drought monitor, the West is still suffering, still a lot of issues there, and it has been that way for over a year now. Trying to eat away at that drought a little bit with some storm systems coming in from the West, but there's still a lot of exceptional drought. Meantime, in Texas, I got to tell you, we're moving in the wrong direction. We pretty much had completely gotten rid of the drought, and now it's starting to creep back in here. Last week, we had less than 1% of the state in drought. This week's 3%. So we're starting to see things dry up a little bit. And there are some spots, even down around our area, that's starting to show some moderate drought creeping back in here. Meantime, Medina Lake, it continues to fall steadily. 30% full. It is down 3.3 feet over the last month. So a good rain, a good soaking rain would be a great thing. I think that there are some chances by the time we get into the middle part of next week, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But you look at the numbers, 23.57, we're just a little bit above average. If we don't get any rain soon, we're going to start falling below average. Austin's doing okay. They're at 5.53, but Del Rio's down almost 2 inches. And keep in mind, this is at the airport. There are several spots around South Texas that have gotten more rain, and some have gotten less. But general idea here, we are pretty close to the average for the state. Outside right now, partly cloudy skies. Not a bad day. 86 north-northeasterly winds at about 9 miles per hour. Dew point is at 65, so that's kind of right on the line there between being fairly humid and not too bad. I think that number comes down a little bit, and it will be a pretty somewhat dry afternoon. 84 Boulevardy, 82 Canyon Lake, 87 Divine, 84 out there in Lost Maples after they got down into the low 60s this morning. 89 Del Rio and 87 in Katua. Some of the warm spots. And the dew points, mid-60s for most everybody. So we're right in that muggy to pleasant range, somewhere in there. And looking at the next few days, we'll be up around 94 degrees today, which is above average. The average is 90. 91 Kerrville, 100 in Del Rio this afternoon, and it goes even warmer tomorrow. 96. The record is 97. I think we get awful close. So we could be challenging that record high tomorrow. You look at the satellite picture, a few clouds out there, but not enough to block out the sun. So yes, it will be a hot day. The clouds helped us yesterday, not today. That low cloud deck stretches as far as Houston, but that's it. Rain out ahead of it. This is what's left of Nicholas, of course, stretching from New Orleans up to Atlanta and even parts of Florida getting some good rain at this hour. Let's check in on the tropics, see what else is going on out there. We do have a couple systems that need to be watched, and one out in the Atlantic. There's a pretty good shot at this one developing, about an 80% chance. This one has about a 70% chance. And both of these look like they're going to stay away from land. At least that's the general idea right now. So that's good news. But they could become named storms. There's nothing, though, that looks like it'll be headed towards Texas anytime soon. Our futurecast shows that the little disturbance across North Texas today will sink south. That may give us a shower or two tomorrow. I think rain chance is probably 10% on your Friday. Saturday it gets a little bit better as this low pressure system sort of hangs around. 20% chance. Shouldn't interrupt your weekend plans, though. I think anything we see is going to be isolated, just a 20% shot both days. Temperatures stay in the mid-90s. That doesn't change. We mentioned next week, though, 40% chance of rain. I think that occurs Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, depending on the timing of this front. And it does look like we may get this front through here, which would cool us down a little bit for Wednesday when we officially go into fall. I don't know that it's going to be a big cool down, but it's something, and there's rain chances here, so that's good too.
All good. Thank you.
Whatever happened to Larry? Did that thing just fizzle out?
Right here. Oh.
Talk about the hurricane, Larry.
Oh.
It was way out. Whatever happened to Larry?
Larry was just a fish storm.
That's right, just a fish storm. Yeah, I made some fish mad.
Did not hurt a soul.
No, only fish.
That's a good. I just wondered.
I was going to say, Larry's standing right over there, David.
Hey, so we're going to talk. Where am I? Am I in the right spot?
Yeah, you're close.
So we're going to talk UTSA football coming up as they get ready for Middle Tennessee. One of the Middle Tennessee defenders kind of said some words that have the Roadrunners a little bit upset. Plus, up in Austin, Casey Thompson is now QB1. Coming up. UTSA Roadrunners are hoping what a Middle Tennessee player had to say about attendance at UTSA football games will inspire fans for their Conference USA opener this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Last week in their home opener, there were more than 16,000 fans in the Dome. That included a very good turnout in the student section. That said, the Dome can hold 65,000 plus, so the team is hoping for a little better turnout this weekend after what this opposing player had to say.
Just comparing them to, Virginia Tech. The stadium's not going to be as packed, like Coach was just saying. That'll be a good factor. But, it's in a dome, too, so it could get loud.
I know my kids got a kick out of the young man from Middle Tennessee. He made an accurate statement that, we don't have the same environment that Virginia Tech did. But I hope our fans take that as a challenge. I hope they see that. And we want that. We want to be the team of San Antonio.
We'll see what happens Saturday at 5 for kickoff at the Alamo Dome. Texas Longhorns will have a new starting quarterback when they host the Rice Owls this week, and that'll be Casey Thompson, who came into the Horns' embarrassing loss to the Razorbacks in Arkansas in the third quarter after Hudson Card turned the ball over. That led to a touchdown for a 33-7 lead for the Razorbacks. Thompson was able to lead the Horns on 2 scoring drives to narrow the gap, but it was a little too late in the 40-21 loss. Casey was asked if it ever crossed his mind to enter the transfer portal after he was passed over for the starting job at the beginning of the season.
I'm already in this thing, and I've waited my opportunity, and I've waited so long. It's like there's no way that I could just quit and let up at this point. So my thought process was, it hurt for a second, and I'm going to let it sting. But I'm going to wake up the next day. Literally, I took a day to kind of, think about it, soak it all in. And then as soon as the Monday comes around, I just woke up and I went back to work, and I said, no matter what happens, I'm going to be ready to play, and I'm going to take this thing over when the opportunity presents itself.
And now it has, starting Saturday night against Rice at 7 p.m. in Royal Memorial Stadium. San Antonio FC played on the road last night at New York Red Bulls 2. Jose Gallegos opened the scoring in the 33rd minute. Gallegos turned on the Jets, a steam past the defender, and finished nicely into the bottom corner for a 1-0 lead. And SAFC wins it 2-1 and will now head to Sacramento to take on Republic FC this Saturday, September 18th, to finish their 4-game road trip. Astros at the Rangers, Game 3 of that 4-game series. Jake Myers and Marwin Gonzalez hit back-to-back homers for the Stros in the top of the second inning, taking control of that one. Astros roll 7-2 on the power of 14 hits. Game 4 is tonight at 7:05. And in the minors, the Hooks shut out the Missions 4-0.
I like how Coach Traylor kind of let that hang out there for a second. Like, did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Did y'all? He didn't dispute it much. Just, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Need some fans.
Blacksburg, where Virginia Tech plays, is a very loud stadium.
And we've seen 65,000 people in the Alamo Dome before.
Yes, and it's very loud.
Be a good Saturday to go do that. Thanks, Larry.
Let's head over to SA Live, shall we?
Our cheeks are hurting right now.
We have been laughing so hard.
We've been laughing for the past hour. Rick Gutierrez is here.
Oh, he's going to be at the Comedy Festival. The Comedy Festival. You've been cracking us up.
San Antonio native himself, right?
Yes, from the south side.
From the south side of San Antonio, man. You know, I thought we were on there the whole time. I throw all my best stuff out. I'm out, dude. And this is look at you, dude. Look at this, cameraman. Huh?
Yeah.
They call this a quesadilla, right? I could tell this is a chalupa on steroids. That's what this is. Like, hey, how you doing? Eat me, eat me.
Oh, yes.
That's so good.
Hey, the best recipe that came from.
I'm gonna eat it right now.
Go for it there. Also, Del Alma Imports is here, and all of these great hand embroidery. Do you know which one is real? Which one's the knockoff?
Can you spot?
The one that says Target on the tag, I would say it's a knockoff. Yeah, I think
right.
That's the one that's a knockoff, man.
We are going to show you how to spot the difference.
This hand, knockoff. Anyway, but moving on. I'm telling you. What other stuff?
It's going to be an interesting show. That and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. I have no idea what time it is.
I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to go. I wore my peace shirt and everything.